Um, I've shown you how to stick pro bondo pieces on. Katie's still got her little cheap piece on. And what I thought I'd talk about now is there is quite a few isopropyl alcohol activated palettes, which means that they are waterproof. And these would be some of the colours you could use on these pieces. And I thought I would show you one of my favourites. And this is the WM Creations Character Palette. The reason I like it is you get quite a lot of colours because it's double-sided. You get two little mixing trays there so you can mix your colours, and it's just got a wonderful selection of colours to use. That's an e-bruise. I use that a lot on the pieces. That's got a little bit more colour to it, a little bit redder, sorer colour. That's the most fabulous vein colour, if ever you needed to paint in little veins. And again, you've got the olives up here, the brown olives for any kind of freckling or aging spots, or just to stick an olive into a piece. And then you've got your blacks and your bruise, all your bruise colours, all sitting there. So I think it's an incredibly versatile palette. And then of course you've got all the different names of the ones if you ever wanted to replace them. So what I've done on Katie, I have, let's pop that there, I've already stuck on and sealed and put a little bit of mattifier on just some of the Pro Bondo pieces. And as you can see, they're fairly invisible, aren't they? So a palette like this would activate those colours pretty quickly. Again, I've got my little fan brush, which I like. And if we go into the e-bruise, mix the IPA into that little place there. And so it gives you the opportunity to put just little fine layers on that would just pick up that modelling really quickly, really easy. I mean, even that you can see is taking it into the skin tones and just giving you a little bit of, put a bit more on, a little bit of pink in there. Now, this particular one is supposed to be quite a vicious scratch, but again, if you didn't make it up too much, it could be just a little few cut marks. If you go into the slightly redder colour, you can pick it out much more. You can see how there you can pick out your modelling. Just letting the eye see a bit more of the modelling. And again, going back to the e-bruise, bring my IPA a bit closer to me, that would be useful. Back into that e-bruise colour, and again back on. Now you can see how versatile this is, because you can do your stippling, make it a bit stronger. Now if you made it too strong, how easy is it? See, those are a little bit, you might like those marks, or you might decide they're a little bit too sharp, and then you just blend away with your IPA. Lovely, just pulling it through. There's another little one in there, a little cut. Now I seem to be just using these two colours at the moment, but that's because I'm giving you the example with actually cut marks, so they're pretty good standard of colour in there. But of course, let's go to our little vein colour and see if we can pick all that up. See, Katie's got a few little of her own little veins, only just starting to come through. I'm going to put it into there, make it quite watery. And then a little vein, you can continue up. There, see how lovely that just highlights all her own little veins. And quite nice to make a scar look a little bit more interesting. And run them through like that. And if we go up to our little scratch, Just adds that little bit of colour. If I go back to the palette, we can go back into all the, that's actually quite a dark blue. We can start to build up some bruising. You can do the beginnings of bruises coming on. And again, this is all entirely up to you how much you want to do this, but just showing you how easy it is to work from it, how easy it is to hold and mix your colours. Now, you might do a much better job than me, but what I'm trying to show you is just how versatile all of this is. And that's my little brush, getting into the stronger colours. There, you see, just really picking up bits. The little scratches. You could even, it's got a black in there, you could do little spots of black on it as well. That might make it feel a bit like you've got grit in it. So let's get that going. So again, you can do little bits of black, a little bit of grit got stuck in there. Entirely up to you how you want to use it. And of course, if one starts to add some fresh scratch, just makes all your colouring, your subtle colouring, really come to life as well. But just one of my favourite palettes. Well, I hope you found some of these little tips useful. It's just the way I use makeup. Doesn't make it the only way, because everybody has their own way of doing things. But I think it's just hopefully shows you some of my favourite products that I've been using for years and I've found and just work for me, really.